They had me come in and speak to a lot of the newly diagnosed cancer patients. And one of them was a guy about my age that owned a local business in Virginia Beach. And I kept telling him, Bubba, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. You'll go get through this. Your life will get back to normal. And he passed away. And then about 2 years later, my sister was diagnosed with cancer. And I gave her the whole speech and the motivation and told her attitude's the most important thing. And she fought it and went into remission. And then about 6 months later, it came back, and she fought it again, and it came back, and she tried to fight it again the third time, and she passed away. So that's kind of where the survivor's guilt has gotten me. I've lost 2 people that I got pretty close to, my sister very close to, of course. And it kind of makes you sit back and wonder, why did I survive? What made me beat it and the other people not beat it? And that's a pretty, it's always nagging on you. How does one person get chosen to be a survivor, one person not? My son's being treated for cancer right now. I think without a doubt, being a caregiver for a cancer patient is harder than being a patient, and I can see that from both sides. I didn't realize what an impact it was on my family to help me through it and support me through it until my sister was diagnosed, and then when your child is diagnosed, it's even harder for a parent, of course. But you've got to be there, you've got to support them. Support their moments of doubt. Be willing to talk to them. A lot of people, my parents were unwilling to talk about it. They kind of like, if we don't talk about it, everything will be fine. But I think a lot of cancer patients want to talk about it. They want to be reassured. My son's scheduled to receive a really high degree of cranial radiation. And we did a lot of research and found out some negative consequences of that. Cognitive decreases, physical growth problems. So we did some research and found there was a clinical trial over in Germany that had just completed that they lowered the doses of radiation and the survival rates were just as good, but they didn't have the severe side effects. So we convinced our doctors to use lower levels of radiation. That kind of information is available out there to people. There's a lot of good drugs out there that are being developed by the pharmaceutical companies that are sitting in laboratory freezers waiting to be tested. One of them could be the cure for cancer, and without clinical trials, they can't bring them to market. My name is Steve, and I am a liposarcoma cancer survivor.